You're good to go.
Good evening. So, welcome to the Village of Ballin Planning Board meeting of November 19th. And we're going to get started right away with our first applicant, which is Sean Cullen for 37 East Shore Drive.
Are you guys able to hear me?
I can hear.
Yeah.
Okay. How are you?
Is that
Good, how
good,
are
Mr.
Good.
Cullen?
Yes, yes,
Oh.
sir.
Great. So your application states you're here for a second story deck
Yes,
As well-
and as well as the driveway.
in the driveway.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell us about the deck.
So the deck will be off of the master bedroom. It'll be overlooking the bay.
Okay.
It's mostly it'll be above the main deck, and it's also mostly obscured. The sitting area on the deck is mostly obscured by the other half of the house,
Okay.
the half of the house that's not on the canal side. So that structure is not obviously the
Okay.
house that will be there. That's being torn down.
Yes, we understand that.
Okay.
Great. So on the plans, I noticed the deck size is about 175 square feet. That sound,
Yeah, that's probably about right. I think it's about the depth of it is about I think 5 feet 4 inches or something along those lines.
yeah, I was looking for that dimension. I couldn't find that. And I had a approximately 31 feet long. So that's about right. Plus it jogs in a little bit on the area that you said is obscured. Okay. There's no stairs to the ground,
No,
and it's not going to be covered.
no.
And any lighting out there?
I didn't put that into my plan, but I would maybe there'd be a light next to where you walk in the door. Just
So we're just looking for any lighting to be up there to be shielded as not to shine into your neighbor's property.
okay. That's fine.
Okay.
Just
So that-
really quick, the telephone pole in relation to where the driveway is. I don't see it on the plans.
The telephone pole. So that pole is probably going to be pushed to the beginning of the property.
Oh, good for you.
So the other pole, the pole on the far side that you can see there, that's going to be removed. The one
Okay.
closest to the canal, that'll be removed when they demo the house. That's the wires have already been cut.
Okay.
Okay. So your service will run from the pole that they're going to move to the north.
Correct.
Okay, tell us about the driveway. I see on the site plan it's 20 feet wide.
Yeah, it's 20 feet wide and I guess 25 feet long, somewhere around there, 26 feet, somewhere in that vicinity.
Going up to a two-car garage.
Going up to the 2-car garage. Yeah, just, straight basic, obviously you can see the curb cut that's there, so that will remain. And then the other side, I'll run a curb along to the end of the street.
So the planning board's been tasked with stormwater management, and part of that driveway will fall into that. So you can do it two ways, either with a dry well, which is probably not going to be too successful in your area because of the high water table.
Yeah, I mean that whole area right there floods.
Right. The other way is just to ground the driveway so it pitches off into your landscaped area on either side of the driveway.
Yeah,
That will depend on whether or not you're putting a raised border in, though.
I would say there'll probably be some sort of stone border along the edges.
Well, it could be flush border. You could use the pavers flush with the surface of the driveway.
Okay. Is that preferable?
It is in this case, because then you can pitch your water off to the north and the south,
Okay.
and you solve.
If
your-
you can see, if you can see where that line of trees is, those trees have been removed at this point. That whole section is raised. It's about 2 feet high
Okay,
already. Those trees are on the left side of the property. That's
So that
probably, I'd say 2 to 2 and yeah, that's probably 2 to 2.5 feet high.
so that was
There.
burned up.
That's bermed up right now.
Okay. So you,
Just to let you know.
is that driveway gonna be right up against that berm, or you're gonna have?
It would be on I mean, obviously, it's not going to be, I guess, close to where the berm is. I mean, I think there's somewhere around 6 feet between the
Yeah,
two
you're-
properties. So I would say probably 3 feet from the berm.
You would still have enough green space to
Yes,
pitch that water to. And it's
Yes.
going both ways, so it's half the driveway.
yes.
And the driveway surface, what is that gonna be? Actual paved area?
It'll be some sort of concrete or I would imagine asphalt.
Concrete or asphalt?
Yeah,
You haven't decided yet.
no,
Okay.
that'll probably be the last thing I do. So
Mhm. Okay, so if you're good with the flush border, and with pitching it 1/8 inch per foot from the center of the driveway to either the north, both sides, north and south,
okay,
we're good. Good to go with the driveway.
all right,
You get a letter with approval for the deck that we talked about.
all right, excellent.
To the ground, not to be covered, lighting should be shielded. And the driveway, we talked about 20 feet wide, 6-foot buffer on the north side, and it will be pitched for storm water to run off into your landscape areas.
All right, great.
All right,
All right, thanks so much.
thank you.
Have a good day.
Too.
Good luck.
Bye-bye.
Who's next? Oh. And number 10 James Street. Excuse me while I get the application.
Adding them now.
Hmm?
Adding number 10 James Street now.
Grace,
Hello.
Megan Noble? No, Grace. Yeah. Grace, you on?
Yes.
Okay. So last month, we asked you to come back with some better plans, which you've given us plans. We have a little more detail, but we worked some of the numbers. If you remember, we discussed last month about the area of the building that you'll be using being 1,000 square feet or less. We worked the numbers as best we could with what we gave us, and we believe that is less than 1,000 square feet. You did email some plans today, but we couldn't really see the dimensions on the plans that well. So we're going to ask you to just submit some plans for our records showing that the space that we feel is less than 1,000 square feet to prove that for us, okay? And
Okay.
we'll go ahead with the application with the expectation of those.
Okay.
Proving that we have worked with plans that were given to us. We have your sewer permit, that's why you sent that over. That's good. And at this point, I believe we have everything. No, nothing's changed as far as the number of employees or
No,
the
nothing.
actual operation?
Everything's still the same.
Still the same. Okay. Is the owner of the property on as well?
Should be.
Uh,
Said that she would be on. Megan.
It's showing mute.
Oh,
Kevin, can you unmute Megan or,
I can't unmute people. I can only ask them. to.
okay.
okay.
Megan, if you can hear us, you are muted.
Okay, I think I figured it out. Can you hear me?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Hi, how are you all?
Good. So you're the owner of the property?
Yes,
Great. The previous owner of the property or the previous tenant, was that the speech pathologist at the time?
yes, yes.
And from your knowledge, can you confirm that the building space is 1,000 square feet or less?
It's definitely 1,000 square feet or less of workable square feet.
Right, that's what we're looking for.
Okay, yes,
Okay, that's what we thought as well.
okay.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions for,
No,
No,
Great. are you good?
Yep.
good
we're-
luck. Good luck, Grace.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
good luck. Welcome.
Have a great night.
Okay,
All right.
Okay, thank you.
right,
all right.
bye.
We've got Lifeline Restoration. Next.
And no.
That's the music unplugged. Pastor Spence, how are you tonight?
Okay. You're on mute, Pastor.
Hello.
That's
Hello,
better.
Pastor.
Hey.
Hey, guys. How are you doing?
Good.
Good. How are you?
You're
Good.
expanding.
Good.
Oh, sorry, wrong one.
Good.
I see you want to expand. Pastor Spence,
Yes, sir.
you came to us in March of 2019
Mm-hmm.
for it was the school age before and after care, as well as the Lifeline Restoration church, correct?
Yes, sir.
At that time, we conditionally approved your application based on the fact that you would need to go to this board, the zoning board of appeals. And we stated in the letter that, we referenced the codes that were submitted in the special permission of the board of appeals in the zone we're in, which is residential. I don't believe, we don't have any records that you did that. Is that correct?
I can't really hear you, sir.
You can't hear me? Sorry.
I could hear you now. I hear like paper moving in the background.
If other members would just mute your, well, Jim's speaking, I think.
Yes. I was talking about our letter of March 31st of 2019, where we
Mhm.
conditionally approved your application. And one of the requirements was for you to make an application to the Board of Appeals for special permission, since the properties that you're working out of is a residence O zoning.
Mhm.
That was never done, I believe.
Well,
Correct.
I went before after I did with you guys, I went before the mayor, I believe, and I came back twice. And I
Right.
stood after I met with you guys, I was before I believe five judges. I believe that was back in July or August I came. And then the mayor had sent for me to come down, and then the inspector came down to the building a few months ago, and he inspected the building, And what happened was we end up taking the building in the front, because one of the reasons why we decided to take the building in the front, Mr. Pacone, who's the owner of the building, children were coming and vandalizing the building. They broke up all the windows, and they were breaking up all the glass around there, and there was a lot of loitering going on. And since we were there, we were told during the summer, with COVID and everything, we had actually reduced our church down. We, maybe to about 10 people. And we started having service on Zoom on Thursdays and Tuesdays. We stopped having class. Everything moved to Zoom. Only Sunday mornings we would attend. But we have a pantry there, which is very active, where we have a closed pantry, and the two ladies that work it is Debbie and Pastor Brewster. They're there every morning. They're giving out clothes and different things like that.
Mhm.
And the community has really been benefiting from it. So we did come back. Everything that I was asked to do, we did. We brought all the paperwork in. We submitted it. We submitted the plans. The inspector did come. He told us, and the reason why I'm here tonight is because he said for us to just do both buildings at once.
Right.
So that's the reason why, because he came and he said, why don't we just do, since we assumed the building in the front, he said, just do both buildings at once. That would make sense.
Okay, then let's take it from the top. Other than the building changes, has anything changed with the organization?
No, sir, not at all.
So the operation of the church is still in the same location, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The school age before and after care program, is that still going?
No, we haven't been doing anything with school because of COVID.
Okay.
But is that your plan in the future?
Yes, ma'am. When we return, whenever we're allowed to, that would be our plan. But I'm not sure what we're going to do right now because of, the whole situation with COVID. I'm not sure. We've been doing everything. We're getting so comfortable with Zoom. I don't know, So the pastors, we go in on Sundays, and it's just only the leadership team goes in, about 10 of us, and we do everything on Zoom. So the rest of the congregation could get the service on that particular day. So we're very particular, and we're only there 1 hour. We go in on Sundays. We start at 10, and by 11, I would say about 11:30, we're out of there. And we do have security that checks temperature, and we have signs up all over the place. Everyone has to wear a mask, and we don't stay more than I would say an hour and a half.
Okay.
And that's it. That's the most amount of time that we actually stay there is an hour and a half.
So what I'm guessing, though, is this application is for what you'll be doing after the pandemic things have been resolved, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So what is the plan? I know what you do now. Are you having 2 sanctuaries or 1 on the site?
It's one sanctuary. The building in the front, we didn't do anything. The building in the front, the structure and everything is the same. Where they had the treadmills with the gym, we use that as the pulpit, because we kind of understand what we need to do, and we don't want to, we didn't uproot anything. We didn't do no structural thing to the building itself. Everything is still the same, because it was a big open space.
Right.
When they took all the equipment out of there, it's just one big open space. So that's how we left it. The same way. No electrical work has been done. We just, fixed some signs and the exit signs and things like that. That was it. The building in the back now, that's more now for King's Kids and the pantry. So that's what that's been utilized for, because people come in and we're able to give them clothes and you know, help them out to if they need a job, and it's, you know, so that has really been a blessing right there. And so that's pretty much all we're doing. There's nothing, no extra stuff. We're not doing anything, you know, that you guys don't know about.
So what you're going to keep after the COVID, the back building is going to be your pantry and your clothing and your charitable operations.
Yes, sir.
And then the front building is going to be the sanctuary where you host services.
Yes, correct.
Okay. How many people, like the last time we spoke, I think we had a number of people in that you give the services to.
I would say between 40. I would say somewhere between 40 and maybe 50 people. Tops, that's it.
Again, don't worry about COVID because that'll.
Yeah, that'll eventually pass. Yes, sir.
Right. We hope.
Maybe
you could put a good word in for us.
Oh, yes, yes. Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay. Are you going to change any of the, I guess you will change the awnings and stuff in front of the building?
The awnings, what happened with the awnings, the wind from the storm, it kind of broke up some of the awnings that are there. So we either want to get it repaired. We called the guy to come in to repair it, but I think we're eventually going to remove it.
You're going to remove all that?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. Are you going to add any kind of signage to the building?
Yes, we want to come down and get a thing to put up a sign. This, you know, something, whatever the town approves us to get. We want to definitely do a sign, but we were waiting to have the meeting with you guys first.
Right. So, okay, any signage would be approved by the Architectural Review Board. That's the application you'd apply for.
Okay, by the Architectural Review Board?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
So, as you said, the rear building is basically for your pantry and your outreach. The front building would be for the
sanctuary only.
Sanctuary.
Yes, sir.
After COVID, once your after-school care program starts again, would that be out of the rear building or the front building?
The rear building.
The rear building would still house the aftercare.
Yes. None of those plans that we have given you before have changed.
Okay.
Everything is still the same.
Okay, good. All right. And as far as there's still no kitchen?
No kitchen, sir.
No
kitchen. We don't have no kitchen.
And no future plans for any kitchen?
No, not at all.
How do you feed the children?
We had the Copex School District and Island Harvest bring in a van. They didn't even go inside this year. They parked on the side of the road, and they used the van, and they brought. There was different locations. There was one in Copeg, one in Amityville, one in West Babylon, and we fed the community like that. And we didn't have any children this summer. So, but we still had the food pantry come, but they came in a van, and they set up a tent outside. You guys probably saw it. They set up a tent and they fed from outside the tent.
But when the children come back, how will you be feeding them at that time?
Well, most of the time they bring their own lunch from home, or we'll have a snack for them. They don't really get fed like that. They get like a snack, maybe an apple or a bag of chips or something like that. So there's no food being cooked. But we're recommending, anything that we do now is going to be from Island Harvest, which is packaged like how they package it in school now.
Yes,
Because of safety reasons.
yes.
So there's nothing cooked on any stove or anything like that. Everything is cold sandwiches or juice that are in boxes, but it come packaged, it come pre-packaged.
Yes.
You just
So there-
microwave heat.
Say it again, sir?
It said microwave heating. Basically, that's the only type of heating you would do?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
If necessary, we try not even to microwave if we don't have to. We just, if we can get the sandwiches where they're room temperature, because we can't keep them long. So whatever we have and the people are there, we distribute it right away, or Island Harvest takes it back. We don't store anything.
Okay.
Okay. So no additional lighting? You,
No, sir.
okay.
Everything is still the same. That's been there when the gym was there.
Okay.
And the dumpster,
Dumpster?
Yes, I sent over, I believe I sent over the picture of the dumpster. There's two dumpsters, the same two dumpsters that were there. One is a 4-yard and one is a 2-yard. And one is in the front and one is in the back in the same places that they've been when we got there. We
Okay.
haven't made any changes.
Okay, what we had was the one dumpster, I believe, for the building in the back was acceptable.
Yep.
It was on a 6-inch pad and was enclosed.
Yeah.
I don't know about the front one. Do you know?
Yeah,
where-
the front one, Mr. Slack, was the same one that was there when the gym was there, sir.
Okay.
That's the one by the driveway? Is that a dumpster there?
Say it again, sir?
Where's
Is
that?
that, is it, no, maybe not. Is it right out in front?
No, I believe it's in the back.
In front of the back building,
Okay,
Yeah, it's
yeah, I
in
know that one. I'm trying to figure out where the other one is.
all the way in the back.
The two of them back there? Okay.
That's the entrance.
Yep.
That arrow.
and how many parking spaces did you say?
I believe there's 70 parking spaces.
Okay,
We had a count of 73 the last time,
Yes, yeah, okay.
Uh,
and 3 of them were handicapped. Okay, so again, I believe everybody feels that this, would fit in the space provided, but we also need to go through the process. And that is to make an application to the Zoning Board of Appeal for approvals because of the zone requirement. Special permission. So you would get a letter from us stating that basically our letter from the last time with the addition of the front building for the sanctuary, the rear building being used for your pantry and your outreach. And when COVID's over,
Just one question, Jim.
Yes.
Looking at both maps provided, they both say they have a sanctuary. Does that matter?
that was,
The one with the pantry also has a sanctuary next to Rebecca's closet.
Yeah, what happened, sir, was when we first moved in, the back building was the sanctuary.
Okay,
Right.
But since we assumed the front building,
all right, so that's just an old drawing.
yes, sir.
Okay. I
So-
just,
Yeah.
the sanctuaries in the front building, as you're stated, right?
Right.
okay, and pulpit. Okay, I got it.
Okay. All right. So again, if we look at our letter of March 31st, 2019, most of the things that we discussed are in that letter, which we'll put in the new letter. The services, hours of services we use the old hours because even though you're using Zoom, hopefully when COVID ends, you will resume those hours of worship. which,
Yes.
um, um, during the summer months, it talked about the King's Kids Outreach.
Yes, sir.
Want to continue. And that would
Yes.
run out of the back building, correct? We had.
Yes, sir, correct. Yes, everything is the same.
Program, the after school and the summer program would run out of the back building, all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then, again, you will need to make an application to the zoning board of appeals for their approval as well. And that'll be the next step, moving from us, okay?
Okay, so I have to go to the zoning.
Board of Appeals, right?
It almost sounds like you were already before them.
Yeah, I did.
You
I
said you
did.
had to go in front of some panel
went-
of judges.
Yeah, I feel like I'm doing this all.
That sounds like the ZBA.
Yeah, I did all this already. That's what I'm confused now.
Again, because anytime we change of use or not so much use, but as we change anything in the residential O district, a zoning, it needs to go back to the ZBA. They have to make the final approval.
We don't know
He
that
went-
he's already done.
He went to Board of Trustees and the mayor. He hasn't been to ZBA yet.
That's what,
So yeah, Pastor Spence, that'll be the next stop, the zoning board of appeals. And they can
Okay.
make the final approval.
so what we're saying is everything is in order from what our role is here.
Okay,
But since the building is changing use, there's a requirement that you have to go to the zoning board.
okay, so is that an application I have to fill out and then,
Yes.
okay,
Yeah, and you have to, it has to be posted and things like that.
okay,
See, Jeanette,
Jeanette and the
You can
building
call me
department.
tomorrow and I'll send you the application.
okay, I will.
Okay.
I will. Thank you, Jeanette.
You're welcome.
Good luck to you.
Thank
Good
you
luck,
so much.
Yeah,
Pastor.
good luck with
Thank
it.
you.
Good luck, Pastor. You're doing everything right. It's all in line. Everything's good. It's just, this is the way the process is. So we
Yes,
just
sir.
look at, is everything look in order? And it does. So that's great. And then
Okay.
the next step is because the building is changing use, you still have to go to the zoning board because we don't have that authority in this
Okay.
board to do that.
Yeah.
Is that, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, happy Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Yeah.
happy Thanksgiving to all of you. And be safe. Be safe. Thank you guys so
Yes.
much.
Thank you.
Do you have any
Yeah.
other questions, Pastor?
I did have one. I just got a little confused because I understand the zoning board of appeals. I understand that now. You guys explained that beautifully. So what's the next step after that? Is there a step after that?
No, actually, you'll wait. You're gonna call Jeanette tomorrow. She's gonna get you an application. You're gonna get our letter. And then you'll get on. And the zoning board of appeals will get our letter and your application, and then you go before them. And-
Right, and then there would be another step if you want to change the signage.
Right.
Okay,
That was the
But-
architectural-
okay, that happens after I go to the ZBA, correct?
Correct.
Yes,
We want to do that just to make sure.
They just want to make sure that the sign isn't, obtrusive.
Right.
So that's all the purpose of that, which, you already said whatever they need to do, you're willing to do. So
Well-
that's, go ahead.
The ZBA will go over colors and et cetera
Mhm.
also.
Aesthetically pleasing. That's all.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll
yeah,
follow.
so it'd be the ZBA and then the ARB.
Right.
Okay, and the ARP is,
The architectural review. board
For the signage.
for signage.
okay,
Yes,
Okay,
that
gotcha.
one.
okay. I got it. Jeanette has been great. She helps me tremendously. So I'm sure she'll, if I have any questions, I can call and she'll help me out.
Us
You're
too.
doing everything correct. You're on the right path. Everything's going great.
Thank you. for
By
your-
the way, I love that background.
That's the Great South Bay from Kismet. So
Oh,
this
yeah.
summer, yes,
okay. Zoom has the ability to change backgrounds. That's wonderful. I like
that's right. Yeah.
that. Okay.
All right.
All
Thank
right.
you, Pastor. Good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys
Thank
so God bless you
Take
all.
care.
Thank
Be
you.
safe. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, sir. Good night.
You too.
Okay.
Okay. So, Cataldo there.
Adding in Mr. Cataldo now. We also have one attendee calling in on the phone. So I guess we'll check with Mr. Cataldo if that's somebody else with him that needs to be added.
Okay.
He's on now.
Okay. Good evening. Mr. Cataldo? Are you on? Sal? Hello?
We can't hear you, Sal.
Sal, can you hear us?
I'm gonna check with the caller and see who that is.
Thank you.
Christine Kim.
That's who? Christine Kim?
Christine Kim.
Is she part of this application?
She
Yes.
called me at 5 o'clock, yes.
Well, the phone in person logged off.
Okay.
Was it a wrong number?
Sal, are you there?
I'm
I
gonna
wonder
remove,
if he's having the same trouble as I have.
I'm gonna
with the-
remove Sal and add him back in.
Like if for some reason, the Android phone is not, when you tap the link, you don't get the audio. I'm wondering if he has the same thing. I can't hear anybody, or nobody can hear me when I do it. And so I use the phone to call in.
Does anyone want me to call them?
You know,
Sal, we're indicating, it says mute. There you go. You're unmuted now. You want to try and,
Doesn't show him as muted.
well, he just took it off.
which means he's trying to figure it out. Give
Yeah, he's trying to figure it.
him a couple of seconds, minutes.
Yeah.
Kevin, is there a phone in number you can call in with the Zoom meeting?
Yep.
Yes, that's what I'm using.
Email he would have received.
Okay. Sal, if you can hear us, you can use a regular telephone and use the phone number that was indicated on the email, and you can call in via phone.
Hi, Christine. We're trying to get you a Zoom meeting. Are you around? Okay, you don't want to be. All right, Sal, we can't hear him. Okay. No, we can't. We see him, but we can't hear him.
You see that he's joined, we can't see his face or hear him.
Are you in the same room with him? Can you help him? Do you want to? All right, you call in, all right? Okay. All right, bye.
I don't know why the Android, all these calls, it doesn't seem to. Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't have an, that's why I've been using Android. I could
I
just
like
see
how the
that.
rays of the sun emanate from your head on that base shot there. Looks like you have a crown on,
Who?
Mr. Kanzler.
Oh. Yeah, actually, I'm on my phone in the kitchen.
The Reverend did that to me.
And Mac, what's your background? The photograph you've taken?
Yeah, it's Lake Minnewaska up near New
Nice.
Paltz.
This year or
Yeah, it
way
was
back?
just, a month or so ago.
Excellent.
Great color.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you hit it just right. Beautiful.
Well, Mac, you said there's snowy owls out east?
Yeah, the snowy's out at the East Shinnecock County Park.
Oh,
Quite
nice.
a few pictures posted this past week.
See the one they imported to New York City?
Yeah, that little one that was in the tree?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that. What happened?
The Rockefeller Christmas tree
Oh, really?
had an owl in it.
No
Well,
kidding.
I don't know if it was a barn owl or it was a small owl.
Yeah. The electricians found it when they were doing the lights.
They named it
Wow.
Rockefeller. Beautiful bird.
Maybe it's good luck.
What?
Some
Not
sort of
for
a
the
good
rats.
luck.
Yeah, let's hope.
Yeah,
Need it.
boy.
Use any luck possible.
There's also an owl in Central Park that people have been finding.
I read this was supposed to be a big eruption year with owls moving down from the tundra. So they were seeing them very early up in
Really?
upper US, up in Michigan and in the Midwest. So could have quite.
Is that because it's melting?
No, it's because of food source.
Oh,
It was,
Interesting.
they're coming down here to find food.
like the Canadian geese.
Which never left.
You mean the long owl?
I think it's due to the reduced trash garbage pickups in Manhattan that the rodent population has increased, and so the owl. That's why that's what they said about the owls in Central Park. I know there are a number of falcons. The falcons were brought in. I was in with Citicorp Center. We got one to deal with the pigeons.
The peregrine falcons. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we provided a nesting space for them, one of them. And I guess we provided dining also in the plaza.
We're just waiting for someone to call in. Is that it?
I don't know what's happening. Kevin, any luck?
Yes.
What?
In order to unmute on their phone, they have to dial *6.
All right. If he doesn't call, maybe you should try calling.
Calling him?
He's talking to you on the phone.
No, try and call the 646 number. Somebody has to be there.
The 646 numbers here.
He said he can't get his computer working, that he's going to call in.
Okay.
So there is somebody called in right now. They're muted. They need to dial *6 to unmute. Now they just hung up. Okay.
I'm thinking next Thanksgiving, we're all gonna regret the inability to mute your family that around the dining room table. This year, we have that advantage.
You're gonna have a Zoom Thanksgiving?
Yeah. I mean,
you?
next year though, it's gonna be like, I gotta sit there and listen again.
No.
I always find a way to get into the TV room and watch a football game somehow.
The trouble is, my TV is right, the rooms are too close.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Can anybody hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
we
I can
can.
hear you.
I'm so sorry, guys.
That's all right.
Um, First of all, I want to express our sadness about the mayor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Feel
Thank you.
horrible.
It is.
I'm sorry that I'm not that great with the computer, but can I do this over the phone right now?
Yes,
Sure.
Sal, just one request is you could stay on the phone and you can stay on the computer. Just lower the volume on your computer because there's a bit of an echo.
Right.
So you could stay on the computer, you can see us and use the
I
phone to
don't know.
talk
I
and
don't even
listen.
know how to do that, but maybe I could back up.
Okay. If that works,
Is that
sure.
any better, guys?
A little
gonna
bit,
remove-
thank you.
I'm gonna remove you. Was he watching the computer? Is that what you're watching?
Yeah.
Okay. That won't remove you, so you can still use the video, just if you could turn the volume down. on your computer, yeah.
Okay. I'll talk lower. Is that okay?
No, we still have the echo. On your computer, do you see a little speaker up in like the F1, F2, F3 area?
There's a little audio.
Yes.
Yeah, click on that and there should be a slider bar to make it less. So click on that little audio picture or icon.
No problem. This is an older computer.
Oh,
I think we're okay though. It's not that bad. So why don't you continue?
Let's try to proceed.
okay. So,
Okay, should I talk and say why we're here? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. So when we started this project, we were gonna do these acai bowls.
Right.
Kind of like outdated after 3 years. And we have a lot into that building. So we'd like to just add a hood and do some substantial food. We have a restaurant on the Iceland Beach and one in town in Iceland. And we want to do similar types of food. Like we want to do lobster rolls and fish sandwiches, coconut shrimp, you know, burgers, hot dogs, things like that. You know, if anybody's familiar with our places in Iceland, you know, we run nice, clean operations. And we're gonna gear it more towards takeout over there. Very little seats, if any. So
so
we just wanted to add that, change the menu. And then we're gonna apply to the architect, zoning board to let us change the sign. And then we would like to open hopefully as soon as possible. Because otherwise we'll lose, you know.
okay. So let's just talk about the details. Hours of the operation are going to stay the same?
Yeah, 11:30 until like 8:30.
Okay, 11:30. So you had 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Not, you want to go,
No, it's just gonna be lunch and like evening.
7 days a week?
Yes.
so could you give us time again? I'm sorry.
Like 11:30 till about 8:30.
11:30 a.m. to 8:30 PM,
PM.
7 days a week.
Yes.
Okay. Number of staff that has it changed? You had 4 last time per shift.
Three the most, maybe 4 but probably 3.
Okay, 3 per shift.
Yeah, especially with it, what's going on. We like to keep
So
less employees.
11 I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that.
Oh,
He
I'm not
runs
saying we
flex-
like to keep it down to at least the amount of people as we need.
Okay. So the seating is going to be for 8 people now, right?
Maybe 8 to 10, but they're going to have shields around the areas where they sit. So nobody will be exposed to anybody else.
But this is gonna go last beyond COVID, right?
Yeah, we want to, of course, we'll stay as long as we can.
So-
We've been
so
on the
you-
Iceland Beach for 7 years.
Right.
So we've
So
been
do
in
you
Iceland
want,
town for 5.
do you want the reduced occupancy limits that you have now, or would they be increased after COVID?
The way we set it up, we won't be able to have more than maybe 12 people anyway.
So your maximum number would be 12 instead of the 10.
Yeah, that would be the most. I know at the time they told us we were allowed up to 18,
Correct.
Right.
But now,
but we'll
with
never fit 18 the way it's set up now.
but you're going for more of a takeout situation, correct?
Yeah, we're going to gear them more towards takeout.
So you have it, the plans we have in front of us now shows for 4 seats on either side in the front, which gives you 8. Let's stay with that for now, all right?
Yes.
Will there be tables?
No, it's like counters with stools.
Counters with
Pizza just for people waiting for their orders?
Yes, but they would, if they wait for orders, they could either wait outside or off to the side. But there'll be plexiglass shields, so they won't be in contact if somebody starts to eat something there.
Okay. So Suffolk County Sewer District, the grease trap, did you look into that?
That's all done.
It
Spent
is done.
35,000 to do it.
Grease trap is completed, right?
Everything's complete. The only thing, we got an application going in for a hood.
Right.
And,
Okay.
and
So
you'll need a
you're gonna have an
sewer-
ANSEL system with that too? I guess so, right? That's a hood and ANSEL system, right?
Yeah, that'll go through the building department.
Right.
The store is pretty much finished, except for a new sign, and we gotta take the old decals off the windows. If you look in the store, it's pretty much done. So we just wanna get the hood and the gas lines in, and then we'll be ready to finally open after 3 years.
Right, okay. So, grease trap
I mean,
is
if you guys, I didn't mean to interrupt. If you look on like Google or Facebook, and you see the Key West, Iceland Beach, we do the same kind of thing in town in Iceland. That's what we would like to do in a more condensed version.
okay.
And we still will have the acai bowls like we originally had.
You'll still have them, okay. And so what else are you adding to the menu? I guess,
Lobster rolls, coconut shrimp, fresh burgers, Key West fish sandwich, prime rib on garlic bread sandwich, fries, knishes. We got some empanada. We got a little bit of everything,
okay, all right.
What's the name of the place?
It's going to be Key West Food Truck. Because when you walk inside, it's going to look like you're walking up to a food truck,
Okay,
which is already there.
okay. Okay, so you're gonna have to make an application to the ARB, the Architecture Review Board, for your signage, which you spoke of, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
And because you are only having 8 seats, you will not need special permission from the Board of Trustees. Because you're 8 seats and primarily takeout, you don't need special permission. Over 8 seats, you gotta go before the Board of Trustees.
I understand.
You're good with that?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I just ask one question?
Yes, you can.
Not that I want any more than 8 seats, but last time the town attorney stopped in and when we went before you guys, they said that we were allowed up to 18 seats. Did that change?
That is changed. Well, for the,
Like I said, not like we're gonna need them.
you want to go for the 18, we'll send you to the trustees for approval.
No, we won't need anywhere near it.
But over 8, we're going to send you to the trustees.
Yeah, right now, who knows if we're gonna need any?
Did you want to go for more?
No.
Okay,
You can always change it. You know, you can always go for more later on.
right,
Yeah, we're just hoping to get through this.
right.
Yeah, get started, see how it goes.
Get your doors open, and we need a good lobster roll in the village.
Yeah, but, by the way, the mayor I spoke to him 2 days before the tragedy,
Yes,
and he was so nice. We feel horrible.
yes,
Yes.
yes, which is a great loss for everybody.
Oh, my God.
You never know.
Well, we were, you're joking with me and everything. I couldn't believe it. What does money mean, right?
Gotta live each day.
Yes, that's it. Okay. So.
Looking forward to those lobster rolls.
Sounds good. And find me a place on the water over there, please. We love Iceland Beach. Everybody loves the place.
Good.
Iceland Beach is seasonal, or?
Yeah, seasonal.
Yeah, okay.
This was our 7th year. We have a really good reputation with everybody.
Okay. All right. We'll get you a letter of approval and you can get going. Of course, everything's subject to the building inspector with his approval for your hood and fire protection, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right, anybody
We
have
were
any?
just waiting to speak with the planning board so they could put in all the paperwork for the hood and whatever plumbing has to be added.
Okay. Anybody else have any?
You know, you're gonna have to deal with the Suffolk County Health Department food unit.
Yeah, no, we've done it. We've done it with three other places.
All right, good. So you know the routine there. Sounds good.
Good luck to you, Sal.
Hey, we really appreciate it. Everybody in the town has been nothing but nice to us.
Great.
We hope after all of this suffering, we can open.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
All right.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Yeah, you too.
Let's all
Yeah.
see you next year, okay?
Yes,
Okay.
be safe, be well.
Thanks again.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Hi.
Good night, good night, good night, good night, good night.
It's like the
Are you echoing?
ballpark.
What's that?
Like being in the ballpark.
Yeah, all right. It's
So,
always a challenge.
so I guess we'll probably be doing these Zooms right through the spring.
I don't know.
We going offline, Kevin, or is that
Yeah.
it?